The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good morning, afternoon, evening. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 27th day of March 2024. You have one more day to send edited and revised brackets to get back into the ball game. Speaking of ball games, we have a game here between first and fourth. And it's 1 or 2 games difference in the American League West. Again, 10 teams in the American League are alive and well as we play the games of June 3rd, 1988, and they're playing for 2 spots. The team that is probably the biggest surprise of where it is not is the Oakland A's, who won the American League West by a healthy margin in real life. They are 2 games behind the Minnesota Twins, and lo and behold, we're at the Metrodome for the A's and the Twins on this Friday, June 3rd evening. So the Twins come into this one 31-18, and they're going to go with Les Straker, who is 3-3 with an earned run average over 5, but his real life earned run average is closer to 4. He's due for a good start. Why is Oakland struggling? Well, their hitting is fine. I mean, looking at their starting 9 today, the batter with the lowest average is Dave Henderson, and he's hitting .256. It's their pitching, and it's weak, including Dave Stewart and his 4.5 ERA and 5-6 record coming into this one. So in a week where we feature 2 1 versus 2 matchups, this one is kind of a 1 versus 2 matchup. The Twins are in first at 31-18. The A's are in fourth at 30-21. It should be a good one. Join me, won't you? As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 88 today from the Hubert Horatio Humphrey Metrodome in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's the Minnesota Twins and the Oakland A's. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And Mr. Gardner needs to remember to put on the show that we did with Mr. Hetrick on Saturday. So this be the matchup for you. Straker versus Stewart. Good morning, Jeff and John. How are you? Stewart making his 13th start. Straker his 9th. As we get Jet set in for this one. Oops, now I gotta do the F5 thing. Hold on. Hold on. Not seeing a picture. What I need to do. You gonna do it? No, I gotta do it here. What I need to do is change my command to record. There we go. And now I want to stop recording that. Okay. Sometimes it can be a genuine pain in the tushy to do this. So, beautiful night here in Minnesota. Weather not a factor. Les Straker making his 9th of 14 starts. He's 29 years old. Fastball at 85 and a fly ball pitcher. He is 3-3 with an earned run average of 524. How you doing, Bernie? He last pitched against the Tigers on May 28th, this being the games of June 3rd. 6 2/3, 104 pitches, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, which is much better than the Christmas tree he gave up against Texas on the 22nd. 9 runs. Ouch. Did not give up a home run against the Tigers, a walk and 4 strikeouts. Overall, 46 1/3, 52 hits. 31 walks, 31 runs rather, 27 earned, 6 homers. He's given up 21 walks while striking out 14. The lineup he will face starts with Carney Lansford at third, leading off. Stan Javier and left will bat second. Jose Canseco and right will go third. Dave Parker cleans up as the DH. Mark McGuire will bat fifth at first. Dave Henderson in center will bat sixth. Terry Steinbach, where your value is guaranteed, behind the plate batting seventh. Old Glenn Mother Hubbard at second, batting eighth, and Walt Weiss at short goes ninth. Straker, on a good day, can go about 6 innings. Behind Les, it'll be Dan Gladden and lefties at 8 and 7 for the Twins. Kirby Puckett at 10 and an 8 in center. Les Straker would be better than Moore. That's true. You saw that. Randy Bush, new tongue. Got that transplant yesterday. Kirby Puckett at 10 and an 8 in center. Randy Bush a 4 and a 5 in right. Gary Gaetti at 10 at third. Greg Gagne a 5 at short. Tommy Herr a 5 at second. Gene Larkin a 3 at first. No Kent Herbeck. And Tim Loudner behind the plate a 7 and a 4. Straker a 6 with a .957 fielding percentage. Carney Lansford at 300. Oh, by the way, 5 homers and 28 RBI. Game 52 for the A's. Game 50 for the Twins. Lansford in the left for a base hit. And that's how this one starts. Straker does not have great control. And we'll see how much that matters in this game. Stan Javier at 308. 3 doubles and 13 RBI. In the left, Gladden. He'll come in and make the catch for the out. I think that this picture is from the 91 series. You see Harmon Killebrew's jersey being that 3 blob in right center. It's not a high quality picture. Jose Canseco's hitting .270, 9 homers and 38 RBI. Ground ball to Gagne, over to her for 1 and Larkin for 2. And that will do it. Half an inning in the books. And the more I look up there, maybe it's from the 87 series against the Cardinals. Who knows? Half an inning, no score. Dave Stewart has struggled. 31 years old, fastball at 90, ground ball pitcher, making his 13th of 37 starts. In real life, a 20-game winner and an earned run under 330. In the replay, 5 and 6. With an earned run average of 4.5. Now, he's won his last 2 starts, including a complete game win over the Red Sox on the 28th. 9 innings, 143 pitches. Everything is but the homers allowed. Yeah, he's given up 10. 7 runs, 7 hits, 3 runs all earned. He walked 6, which is high for Stewart, and struck out 3. 96 innings, 78 hits, 49 runs, 48 earned, 10 homers, 43 walks, and 62 strikeouts. Throws the fastball at 90 and a ground ball pitcher. Now, Stewart didn't come into his own, really, until he pitched for the A's. If you remember, he was a swing pitcher for the Dodgers, but never really got very far. He gave up 14 in real life in 275 and 2/3. He's given up 10 in 96 on the replay. Dan Gladden will lead off for the Twins in left. Tommy Herr will bat second and play second. Kirby Puckett in center will go third. Kent Herbeck, your DH today. He'll clean up. Gary Gaetti at third will bat fifth. Randy Bush in right goes sixth. Gene Larkin at first will bat seventh. Tim Loudner behind the plate batting eighth, and Gagne in short will bat ninth. Stewart can go the distance. The defense behind Mr. Stewart, Stan Javier, a 5 and a 3 in left. Dave Henderson, a 7 and a 4 in center. Jose Canseco, a 6 and a 9 in right. Carney Lansford, a 4 at third. Walt Weiss, an 8 at short. Glenn Hubbard, a 6 at second. Mark McGuire, a 7 at first. Steinbach, a 7 and a 7 behind the plate. And Stewart, not a great fielder, he's a 3. With an 894. Gladden at 275, 3 homers and 12 RBI. And he draws the walk. So a good start for the Twins. Tommy Herr at 305, a home run and 10 RBI. Stewart did not possess great control. He walked 110 in real life. He's walked 44 in 96 innings so far. And just like that, that's two in a row out of the zone. In fact, her just watched a 3-0 miss outside. So Stewart has walked 2 for Kirby Puckett. Not what you want to do. And Uncle Stu's 10 pitches, 8 have missed the strike zone. Kirby waits. Ground ball to third. They might get a gift here. Lansford goes to Hubbard for 1 and McGuire for 2. And Kirby falls for the old around the horn double play trap. So 2 out for Herbeck, hitting .337, 10 homers, and 35 RBI. Gladden on third. Popped up left side, Lansford. Looks like into some auxiliary seats. He'll make the catch and retire the side. So the Twins threaten but do not score after 1, no score. So Parker, McGuire, and Henderson. Parker at .273, 5 homers and 23 RBI. Jamie has sent me some questions, and I really do need to sit down and answer them. But one of the ones that he asked was, why do I, he asked me what I thought of statistics in games. And I was quite honest with him. I said I really don't pay that much attention to them. As I tell you, Parker's hitting .273, 5 homers and 23 RBI. And he asked me to elaborate on that, and I'll do that in the Word document. Ground ball to her over to Larkin for the out. My answer from a visual perspective like this is it's just easier to sit there and call a game. I mean, stats are important, but you have the visuals and all that. And one-loss record, I think, is underrated in a stat-based game. I mean, really, that is the only statistic that matters if you're doing a full season replay of any sort, is what's your record. McGuire, by the way, hitting .348. Threatening for a triple crown here, 17 homers and 48 RBI. Straker deals. McGuire popped up left side. Gaetti reaching into those extra seats and got it. So 2 out for Hendu. Again at .256, 7 homers and 25 RBI. I've been doing some roster card offline. A great underappreciated game. And using ball stat and ball score. And what I forgot is I'm playing the game, and for those of you who only do cards and dice, is that the only thing that you see in those games are the statistics. Pitch to Henderson. Fly ball left center field. Back goes Gladden. Down to the track. Makes the catch in left center. Leaps up against the wall and makes a fantastic catch to retire the side. How about that? No runs, no hits, and no errors. Bottom of the second here in Minneapolis, no score. It'll be Gaetti, Bush, and Larkin. John gives me a paragraph to read, and so we'll do that. Finishes 74 replay over the weekend in Action PC. Started up a Phillies replay from last year. Funny how in real life all the strikeouts make the games go longer, but in a sim where no one can bunt or hit and run, the strikeouts make a game fly. I spend more time the last 3 innings figuring out the pitcher-batter matchups than clicking through the first 6. Gaetti at .340, 12 homers and 42 RBI. That's true. Although when we did 2 years ago the Astros-Phillies World Series, I enjoyed it. And the Baltimore-Atlanta World Series, the Best Record World Series, I enjoyed that too. Not sure Atlanta did. Ground ball to third, Lansford to McGuire for the out. How you doing, Big Dave? One away for Randy Bush. Randy at .289, 2 homers and 18 RBI. Anyway, to finish the thought, I realize when you do a pure card and dice, and you're the one that has to put all the images through your head, at the end of the day, the only thing you have are statistics. And of course you're going to go through them. It's a record of how you play it. I know that when I do the pure card and dice, or virtual card and dice, in this case, I fly through games, recording the result, but I don't take the time because I'm not interested in what I yap at to myself. So if you got a follow-up, stick it in the DMs and I'll try to get to that. But I figured I would just kind of partially answer that for you here. Pitch to Bush. Randy hits a ground ball to Stewart, left side of the rubber, over to McGuire for the out. 2 out for Larkin. Gene hitting .265, 3 homers and 20 RBI. On paper, I think the Twins are a better team in '88 than they were in '87. The fly in the ointment for Oakland is that Kansas City and Seattle are right there as well. It's not a gimme. The A's are going to win this. Pop up left side. Lansford again reaching in the seats, and he's got it. So a lot of F5s. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the third, scoreless in Minneapolis. For Steinbach, Hubbard and Weiss, 7, 8, and 9 to face Straker. Terry at .288, a home run and 9 RBI. Straker deals. Steinbach ground ball left side, base hit. So here's Glenn Hubbard. Gaetti and Larkin play for the bunt. Let's see if Hubbard squares, hitting .301, a home run and 12 RBI. Steinbach should have stolen. It is a bunt. Straker off the mound, throws to her, and Glenn is retired. Steinbach's speed is nullified as he goes to second, 1 out for Weiss. Don't say that too fast. Walter at .296. No homers and 16 RBI. John didn't tell me who won a 74 replay because it was probably the Red Sox, right? Could I have avoided all the stigma of my childhood because you won it all in 74? No pressure or anything. Pitch to Weiss. Off the mask of Loudner. They ask Tim where he is. He says at a Dairy Queen, and they say close enough. 2-2 the count. Ball 4. Weiss draws the walk. So first and second, 1 out. Opening 9 for Straker. 2 1/3. 47 pitches, 2 hits. In a walk. Carney's at 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. John, not answering who won his World Series. Can't help thinking about Airplane every time I say Striker. Striker, Striker. It's Straker, Ronnie. It's Straker. Pitch to Lansford. There's a ground ball to her. Might be 2. Gagne for 1. Larkin for 2. And that'll do it. Les Straker is the pitcher, not Les Striker. After no runs a hit, the A's have left on a runner, and we go to the bottom of the third, no score. So Loudner, Gagne, and Gladden here in the third. 8, 9, and 1. Tim at .254, a home run and 19 RBI. Stewart deals. Loudner right back up the box. Stewart throws to first for the out. 1 out for Gagne, hitting .283, 7 homers and 138 at-bats and 23 RBI. Up the middle for a base hit, and that's the first hit of the ball game for the Twins. A's have 2, the Twins have 1. Opening 9 for Stewart, 37 pitches, 2 1/3. He walked 2 and is allowed a hit. Gladden drew on the walks. Throw to first, Gagne back. 1 out. Ground ball to third. Lansford gobbles it up, goes to Hubbard for 1. But Gladden is going to reach because Gagne with a roll block slide. So 2 out, Gladden on for Tommy Herr, who walked his first time up. Gladden has 12 steals on the year. Let's see if Stewart throws over. He does not. Herr draws the walk. So first and second, 2 out for Kirby Puckett, who grounded into a double play his first time up. Stewart is walk 3, but it's still bagel time on the scoreboard. Not now. That's in the left center field for a base hit. Gladden with good speed's going to round third. Javier will pick it up, throw it in the infield. Gladden scores, and it's 1-0 Twins. Uh-oh. The Reds bludgeoned the Red Sox. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Without 4-1, without Petrocelli and Fisk, they had no offense. Couldn't start Carbo in 3 of the games because of Gullett and Norman, and I wasn't taking Yaz out of the lineup. Remember, the pitcher battered in 74. Mike in the truck, how are you? So my childhood will continue to suck. Thank you very much for that. No, nice job. Jeff says, I spent the last few months doing a 63 replay with Stratomatic. Now, in Game 6 of that World Series, the Yankees are up 3-2. Koufax handily winning 2 games, giving up 2 runs in 18 innings. Would you say Koufax is the most elite lefty of our generation? Probably of his. I'll have to look. Carlton is also in the conversation. Herbeck is 0 for 1. And Gullett was like having a DH in the lineup. He could rake. Don just passed away not too long ago. Sparky Anderson was a master of learning how to use a bullpen. Pitch to Herbeck. Fly ball right field. Back goes Canseco. Jose turns and watches that one hit the hefty bag. Her's going to score. Puckett's going to score. Herbeck stands up at second base with his 10th double and his 37th RBI. So 3-0 Twins. And if you're wondering why they are in first place, well, that's it right there. They can mash. When Loudner is the weak spot in your lineup and he's hitting .252, that's pretty good. Gaetti is 0 for 1. Struck him out, and that'll do it. Stewart shakes his head as he heads back. 3 runs, 3 hits. And after 3, it's 3-0 Twins. Randy Johnson would like to word with you about who the best lefty in our generation is. Stan Javier is 0 for 1. So Straker has been given a 3-run lead here as we start the 4th. Little chopper down to Gagne, and he's going to pull a Weird Al and just eat it. So lead-off single for the A's here in the 4th for Canseco, who grounded into a double play. Throw to first, and Javier is back. And Canseco draws the walk. So first and second, nobody out for Dave Parker, who is 0 for 1. And Straker walks him. So they are now loaded for Mark McGwire. Well, Eastwick and McNann will. We're youngins. The Reds had to score because their 74 bullpen wasn't holding a 1 or 2 run lead. 78 bullpen is any better. You got to get that key to Doug Bear. You couldn't bring anyone in with runners on base. Speaking of runners on base, Mark McGwire has the bases loaded and a 5% chance of making it a 4-3 game right now. He is 0 for 1. Straker has walked 3 and hasn't struck out anybody, and there's nobody out. 3-0 Twins. Nobody out here in the 4th. Deep breath. McGwire popped him up. Ugh. I pull a Peter Brady. Greg Gagne grabs the ball, 1 out. So here's Hendu. Again, a 5.4% chance of a grand slam. He's 0 for 1. Do you ever think that Ernie Harwell or Vin Scully had a voice crack that made them sound like their younger selves? I mean, I know that's the big knock against Sean McDonough. I'll blame my dry throat. Ground ball to third. Are they going to get out of this? They're going to try for 2. Her for 1. And Henderson's going to reach because the throw to Larkin is late. Javier will score. And Oakland's going to get something out of it. May not be more than that. But Straker now living the life of Riley at 3 to 1. Here's Steinbach, who singled his first time up. Henderson and Canseco on the corners. Ground ball to her. Tommy goes to first, and that's it. Wow. So the electric company came up in the 4th with the bases loaded, and all Oakland got was 1 run and a T-shirt. After 3.5, 3-1 Twins. Some guy by the name of Juckett, never heard of him. No, McDonough is great on the radio with the Red Sox, which is what he should be doing. Costa's past his prime, I think. He just turned 72. He's a couple months older than my mommy. Who, when we do tomorrow's stream, it would have been her 36th birthday. And June 4th. May the 4th be with you. And that was last month. Standings. Milwaukee a half game up on Toronto, oh, by the way. Yankees 2. Cleveland 2.5. The Red Sox 4. The Tigers 5.5. And I've picked my doublehead. We got 2 doubleheaders coming up. We got a natural one between the Padres and the Dodgers. And I picked the games for the 4th of July. Minnesota leads Seattle by a game. Kansas City by a game and a half. And Oakland by 2 in the West. In the National League East, Pittsburgh 4.5 behind the Mets. And in the West, Cincinnati 4.5 up on the Dodgers. And everyone else is more than 10 games out of first. Twins lead the AL in hitting at 285. Oakland third at 275. They had the third best ERA to the A's at 389. And you can see the rest of those. Randy Bush is 0 for 1. Up the middle, a base hit. So the 4th hit for the Twins. Here's Larkin. He's 0 for 1. There has been rampant speculation over the years, oh, by the way, including thought-provoking pieces by Daniel Levinson, that the Twins, when they were up, would turn on the air conditioning at the Dome. Pitched a throw to first, Bush back, and turn it off when their opponents were up. Which is kind of the metaphysical equivalent, as far as I'm concerned, of letting your infield grow long to slow down the ball to have your fast runners reach. Pitch to Larkin. Ground ball to Hubbard. Goes to Weiss for 1. Walt will not throw to first, or as Larkin will reach. Bush with a good slide. 1 out for Laudner, who's 0 for 1. There goes Larkin. He went on his own. I didn't send him. So a rare play. Larkin went on his own, and Steinbach threw him out. And Tom Kelly is giving him the stink eye as he heads back to the dugout. Had a 16% chance, and Stewart's sitting on the mound laughing to himself. He missed the sign for sure, and Kelly, in his very quiet way, is letting him know about it. Pitch to Loudner. Fly ball left field. Javier in the corner. And Stan is there, and that will be a fantastic play. He gets rug burn as he slides on the plastic for that one to retire the side. Twins get a hit, and then the runner thrown out. After 4, it's 3-1 Minnesota. It is a weird-looking stadium. It's the Metrodome. I'm thinking this is from the 87 series. Hubbard bunted his first time up. The Twins played in 2 World Series here. Hosted a Super Bowl. Thurman Thomas might actually find his helmet. Pitch to Hubbard. Fly ball left field. Back goes Gladden. Dan should track it down. He does. 1 out. In 1991, Walt Weiss, by the way, walked his first time up. The Metrodome did something that may never happen again. It hosted the Super Bowl, the Redskins and the Bills. Again, that was the one that Thurman Thomas lost his helmet to start the ball game. It hosted the Final Four, won by Duke, either Duke or UNLV. It's been 33 years, Dave. It's okay. Walt Weiss walked his first time up. And then in October, it hosted the World Series against Atlanta. And if you're a Braves fan, it probably is too soon. Pitch to Weiss. Base hit over Larkin's glove. Bush, with a good throw, holds Weiss to a single. I've told you, Dave, my dad was a Bills fan. Arnie Lansford, by the way, 1 for 2. I got to watch Straker's pitch count here. He is singled and grounded into a double play. 1 out here in the 5th, 3-1 Twins. Carney in the left field, Gladden in the corner, and will make the catch. And Weiss goes back to first. The U.S. Bank Stadium that's here now is gorgeous. It is a football palace with a glass roof. Javier, by the way, 1 for 2. Stan has singled and scored. Can't do grass yet. And they've hosted a Super Bowl. It's a nice stadium. So my brother-in-law, who grew up in Minneapolis, tells me. Pitch from Straker. Javier laces this one into right. Bush will have to cut it off. Javier digging for 2. And the throw to Gagney's not in time. Weiss doesn't stop and scores. So it's 3-2. 2 out for Canseco, and they're going to come get Straker. It'll be Juan Berenguer, who was a long reliever, who's going to come in. So Straker can't get out of the 5th. So he can't win this. Berenguer, 34, fastball at 95, and a fly ball pitcher. 19th appearance. 3rd in wins, he's won 7. In fact, his record is 7-1 with a save. And there's a line for his 8th because Straker couldn't go the 5. He pitched on the 1st, so 2 days ago, against the Rangers in a 5-4 win, an inning and 2/3. 29 pitches, a hit, and 2 strikeouts. 39 innings, 19 hits, 10 runs, 7 earned. He's walked 23 and struck out 30. Canseco has walked and grounded into a double play. Javier, the tying run. So if Berenguer can get him, then Berenguer is in line for the win. Straker can't lose it. He can no longer win it. He can't lose it. Pitch to Canseco. Draws the walk. So 1st and 2nd, 2 out for Parker, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. By the way, today is Big Clue's birthday. So if you see Big Clue, if Bernie's doing a Field of Dreams stream, wish him a happy birthday. Runners on the corners because it was a wild pitch, and Javier goes on to 3rd. So Baron Garrett, deep breath and delivers. Runners go. It's a double steal. And Loudner's just going to give it up to Canseco, who steals his 14th base. Javier retreats back to third. So second and third, 2 out, and a 1 strike count to Parker. So the Homer Hankies are waving here. The A's are nipping at the heels of the Twins. Berenguer's pitch into right field. Back goes Bush. Randy will track it down halfway home on a 40-degree day in Burlington. Twins 3, A's 2. If you're on the slate, here's how I get here. Good one in the American League West on this Friday night, June 3rd. Twins 3, A's 2. Twins got all their runs in the third. Kirby Puckett, an RBI single to score Dan Gladden. Kent Herbeck, a 2-run double to make it 3-0. And the A's have chipped back at it. Dave Henderson, a fielder's choice in the fourth to make it 3-1. Stan Javier with a double to make it 3-2 in the fifth. Straker. You still thinking airplane? Straker, 4 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. You walked 3, didn't strike out anybody. Berenguer now will get 62 more pitches. Dave Stewart, 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Has walked 3 and struck out 1. So 9-1-2 for the Twins here in the fifth. Gagne singled his first time up. Stewart starts the fifth. Struck him out. That's just 2. A 1-2 curveball swung on and missed. So Stewart, 77 WABC pitches, 4 1/3. 4 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and all 3 runs are earned. His ERA, by the way, at 4.57. Gladden walked, scored, and is 0 for 1. I have no idea what that is, but the center fielder should never be coming to home plate. All right, fly ball, right center. Henderson can't get there. Gladden has 2. Wait, he's going to go for 3. He doesn't. He looks around. Henderson's got it. Gladden puts on the brakes. Goes back to the bag to throw to Hubbard. They got him. So give Gladden a double and score the double and the out 8-4. As Henderson saw Gladden go too far and threw the strike to second. So for the second time today, the Twins have a runner thrown out on the bases. Tommy Herr has walked twice and scored. You don't see that play often. A true bounce, and Henderson, an experienced player. Remember, he came up with the Mariners. He's not uncomfortable playing on hard carpeted surfaces indoors. Pitch to Herr, nobody on. That's into left center. Henderson can't get there. He'll play it on a hop, and Tommy's got a single. And if Gladden had played it straight up, he would have scored. So here's Kirby Puckett. He's 1 for 2. He has driven in his 41st run and scored his 39th and also hit into a double play. Herr's going to try and steal. That throw is not in time, so Herr has his 5th stolen base. The chalkboard being weird. So runner on second, 2 out for Puckett. Stewart, a 1-ball count. Delivers. Ground ball left side. Base hit. Hurt's going to round third, I'd imagine. Javier doesn't have that great of an arm. The throw goes in the infield. The Twins get a big insurance run, and it's 4-2. So here's Herbeck. He's got a 2-run double. He's now driven in 37. He's 1 for 2. Into left center. Henderson's had a busy inning. He'll track this one down, however. And that'll do it. Twins get a run on 3 hits. They leave on a runner. And after 5, 4-2 Minnesota. So McGuire, Henderson, and Steinbach to face Berenguer here in the 6th. McGuire is 0 for 2. Reds Dodgers tomorrow, by the way, noon Eastern. Up the middle, base hit. So McGuire now 1 for 3. For Henderson, who's 0 for 2. He's driven in a run. Ripped down the line. That's extra bases. McGuire, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to score here. Gaetti dove, but he dove too late. McGuire's going to hold at third as Henderson has his 7th double of the year. So 2 Titans in the American League West going at it on a Friday night in Minneapolis. Here's Steinbach, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Berenguer doesn't have as good stuff tonight so far. Struck him out. See, the announcer's jinx works every once in a while. A full count fastball swung on and missed. 1 out for Hubbard, who's 0 for 1. Weiss on deck. Berenguer's pitch. Hubbard draws the walk, so the bases are loaded for Oakland for Weiss, who has walked and singled and scored. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Oakland. They've left on 5. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Minnesota, and they have left on 3. Berenguer, however, who can throw it hard, is a ground ball away of getting out of this clean here in the 6th. This won't be clean. That's in the right center for a base hit. McGuire's going to score. Bush will pick it up. Henderson will hold at third, and the Twins' defense is hurting them. So Larkin makes a bad play at first. Now 4-3. The bases are still loaded, and 1 out for Carney Lansford, who was singled and grounded into a double play. Left field, this should tie the ball game. Kirby's going to get there. Henderson will tag. Kirby with a good arm, but they weren't going to get Henderson, and it's 4-4. So 2 out for Javier, who has singled, doubled, driven in a run, and scored. So Hubbard on second, Weiss on first. And Javier in the right field for a base hit. Hubbard's going to score. Javier digging for 2. Weiss is going to score. Javier has the double, and the A's go up by the score of 6-4. So the normally sure-handed Juan Berenguer has choked the bit. 2 out for Canseco, who has walked twice, is 0 for 1. Got him. But much like Johnny Mathis and Denise Williams, it was too much, too little, too late. 4 runs for Oakland on 4 hits and no errors. They'll leave on a runner. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 6-4 Oakland. So Dave Stewart, who has not pitched overly well, is now in line to grab his 6th win. Gary Gaetti, Randy Bush, and Gene Larkin here in the 6th. Gary 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Popped up. Steinbach. 1 out. Nope. Touched the screen before he put it in the glove. He tried to sell it. Couldn't do it. So a 2-strike count to Gaetti. Left field, Javier. Is he going to have room? That's down the line and off the wall. Gaetti is in the second, going for 3. The throw to Lansford is not in time, and for Gary, that's his 4th triple of the year. So the Twins waste no time putting a runner in scoring position for Randy Bush, who was 1 for 2 with a single. And he draws the walk for Larkin, who's 0 for 2. Ground ball makes it a 1-run game, even if they turn 2 out of it. Draws the walk, and they're loaded for Loudner, who is 0 for 2. So the Twins have them loaded. Nobody out here in the 6th. 6-4 Oakland. Steinbach says, Dave, you remember the strike zone, right? Yes, he does. That's his 3rd of the ball game. A 1-2 curve. Got him at the knees. So 1 out for Gagne. Greg is singled. He's 1 for 2. And again, the A's are a ground ball away from getting out of it. Up the middle past Hubbard for a base hit. Gaetti will score. What's Bush going to do? Going to hold to keep the line moving. So 6-5 now. And here's Gladden. Dan is 1 for 2. He's doubled. He's scored. He's walked. Stewart, 27 batters deep. And if you're an American League East fan and the A's, pulled this off, you got to be looking at this going, it's T-ball. 5 1/3, 115 pitches, 9 hits, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Gladden 1 for 2, a double, a run scored, and a walk. They are loaded for bear here in the 6th with 1 out. 6-5 the score. Gladden strikes out. There wasn't much on that fastball. I'm not sure what Gladden was looking for. He chased it, and there's 2 out. For Tommy Herr, who singled, has walked twice, scored twice, and stolen the base. So bases loaded, 2 out. 6-5 Oakland, bottom of the 6th. Herr to third. Lansford has it. Goes a long way around to McGuire, and that will retire the side. The Twins get a run on 2 hits and no errors. That's the good news. The bad news is they've left them loaded. After 6, it's Oakland 6, Minnesota 5. So Juan Berenguer retakes the hill. It'll be Parker, McGuire, and Henderson here in the 7th. Dave is 0 for 2 with a walk. Struck him out. That's 3 for Berenguer. A 1-2 fastball chased. For McGuire, who's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Hope you're enjoying this one. This one, through 6 innings and change, has been all that in a bag of chips. Got him! So Berenguer got a good morning and a good afternoon. He got McGuire on a hard curve outside on the black on a 1-2. So here's Henderson. Dave is doubled. He's 1 for 3, an RBI and a run scored. And somewhere in Massachusetts, the body painter just looks up every time he hears his name called. Pitch to Hendu. Right back to Berenguer, left side of the mound. Throws to first, and that'll do it. Stretch time, 6-5 Oakland. Puckett, Herbeck, and Guy Eddy here in the 7th. Kirby 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. I suppose if you got a common name like Dave or Jeff or Bill or whatever, you're used to hearing it mentioned a lot. When I was in elementary school, this was pre-Reagan being elected in 1980, you didn't see or read the name Ron a lot growing up. Pitch to Puckett. Kirby swings, ground ball to Hubbard by the bag at second, over to McGuire, 1 out. And so I remember in the 2nd or 3rd grade, Kent Herbeck, by the way, 1 for 3, a double and 2 RBI, and is still not on Ron Gant's Christmas card list. Counting how many times I would see my own name in a book. Struck him out. Stewart got him on an 0-2 fastball. He chased one. So Guy Eddy with 2 out. Gary 1 for 3. But that one hit was a triple. He has struck out and scored. Right center field. Henderson moving over. And the Twins go in order here in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors. And after 7, it's 6-5 Oakland. So Steinbach, Hubbard, and Weiss to face Berenguer here in the 8th. 1 is already gone, 2 in the 3rd. Terry is 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. Once Reagan was elected, then you would start to see the name Ron or Ronnie pop up in books. But not before then. Struck him out. 5 for Berenguer. An 0-2 fastball in there at the knees. 1 out. Hubbard is bunted, walked, scored, and is 0 for 1. To Gagne at short. Greg throws across the way to Larkin. 2 out. For Weiss, who was singled twice and walked, he has scored twice and driven in a run. The chat has grown quiet. 2 out here in the top of the 8th. Weiss hits a ground ball to 3rd. Guy Eddy makes a fantastic diving stop. Up and throws to Larkin, and Weiss is finally retired. A's go in order in the 8th as Guy Eddy makes his 13th great play. Eric Plunk will come in to pitch. 7.5 in the books. 6-5 Oakland. Eric looking like he had visited the bong before his picture was taken. 25 years old, which may be why he has that look. Hard fastball at 98 and a ground ball plus pitcher. Jeff, there are 10 teams that have legitimate playoff resumes in the American League right now, and there's only 2 spots. Plunk pitched on the 29th against the Red Sox and beat them 4-3. He got the win, 2 scoreless innings, 27 pitches, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. 27 2/3, 24 hits, 12 runs, 10 earned. The 1 home run came on April 26th against the Jays. He's walked 17 and struck out 32. Bush, Larkin, and Laudner here in the 8th. The Twins probably have 1 inning before they see Eckersley, who can slam the door like nobody else in baseball in 1988. Bush is 1 for 2. He is singled and walked. Plunk's pitch. And Randy draws the walk, so the tying run is on for Larkin, who cannot bunt. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Ground ball to Hubbard, might be 2. Weiss for 1. Walt's pretty good. Throws to McGuire, and it is a 4-6-3 double play. So 2 out for Laudner. Tim is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Plunk doing yeoman's work so far. Here's the pitch. Got him. So we have played 8. Twins get the walk and then erased on the DP. No runs, no hits, no errors. They have left on 6 overall. We go to the 9th. 6-5 Oakland. So Berenguer has thrown 3 1/3. Allowed 4 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Lansford, Javier and Canseco here in the ninth. It's a one-run game. Carney is 1 for 3. He has singled, driven in a run, and grounded into a double play. And that's into right center field. Lansford going for 2, and he's in there with his 9th double. So Berengier's day is going to be done. Keith Atherton coming into pitch. Atherton of the school to pitch with big old glasses on. 29 years old. Fastball at 87, a fly ball pitcher. Making his 20th appearance, he's 1-1 with a 1.69 ERA. He pitched 2 days ago against the Rangers in a 5-4 win, but he gave up a solo homer and walked 2 in the process. He went 1 inning, and it was rocky. And since we're in Minnesota, Bullwinkle agrees. 27 pitches, the solo homer, and 2 walks. Overall, he's been solid. 26 2/3, 14 hits, 5 runs, all earned. 3 homers, but he's walked 13 and struck out 13. John has fond memories of Keith Atherton. So, Lansford on second, nobody out. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Oakland. They've left on 6. Javier has 3 of those 10 hits. 2 doubles, a single, and 3 RBI. Atherton starts his effort. Popped up, left side, Gaetti in the corner. Is he going to have room? He does. 1 out. For Canseco, who is 0 for 2. He has walked twice and a strikeout. He stole his 14th base and grounded into a double play. Now the temptation would be to walk him here. But then he got a pitch to Parker. So Canseco was well protected. To Gaetti. Straddles the line. It's a fair ball. Throws to Larkin 2 out. And Carney stays at second. So here's Parker. Dave is 0 for 3. He has walked and struck out. Gagne, Gladden, and Herr in the 9th for Minnesota. If anybody should reach, that man Puckett is in the hole. Pitch to Parker. Left center field. Speaking of Puckett, way back. He's chasing, and Parker has homered. And the A's, with 2 out in the top of the 9th, might have put this one out of reach. Now bounces off the football seats. Boom. That's Parker's 6th home run. That's why you don't walk Canseco. Here it is again, and boom goes the dynamite. Right off those football seats and back on the field. So it's now 8-5. You're going to give Eckersley a 3-1 cushion? There's McGuire. He's 1 for 4. Struck out and scored. Way back when John got his first strat set, 83, played a short season, 14 games. No idea about usage and all that. Atherton was a beast out of the A's pen. If my memory serves, John says, he appeared in like 10 of the games. He was a long man. The A's starting pitchers stunk. Went 5-0 and won the Cy Young. Great memories, man. Great memories. 2 out for McGuire. Atherton deals. In the left, Gladden. Foul territory makes the catch, and that'll do it. A great play from Gladden. It's his 2nd of the ballgame. So, it's also saved 10 runs. It is not going to be Eckersley. Craig Cadaret will come in to pitch. Bottom of the 9th. Twins need 3 to tie, 4 to win. Cadaret making his 18th appearance. This is a save chance, by the way. He does have 1 in his only save attempt. He's 26. Fastball at 96. and a ground ball pitcher. That save, by the way, you got to go back to April 4th against the Mariners. He last pitched against the Yankees on the 31st of May. He better like the Yankees. He's going to go there in about a year. In a 5-2 loss to New York, he went 2 innings, 21 pitches, 2 hits, a solo homer, and struck out 3. Overall, Catteray, 19 2/3, 14 hits, 10 runs, all earned. He's given up 3 homers. He's walked 11 and struck out 18. So 9-1-2. Gagne has singled twice, driven in a run, and struck out. Catteray starts the inning. Struck him out. A 1-2 changeup. Gagne was looking fastball, got the change, 1 out. For Gladden, who's 1 for 3, he has doubled, scored, walked, and struck out. Eckersley not on short rest, in case you're wondering. Here's Gladden, 1 for 3, as doubled, scored, walked, and struck out. Up the middle, past Hubbard for a base hit. So the Twins are still in business. Here's Tommy Herr. Eckersley warming in the pen. Herr 1 for 2. He has singled, walked twice, stolen the base, and scored twice. Tommy into left center field. Back goes Henderson to the track. That's off the wall. Gladden is going to round third and score. It's 8-6. They got their run. The throw to Lansford bounces up the line. Herr has his 12th double since coming over from the Cardinals. And now Kirby Puckett is the tying run. You got to think you got to go to Eckersley now. Kirby 2 for 4. Has singled twice, driven in 2, and scored. There is still 1 out. Both teams have 11 hits. Base hit left field. Javier will grab it. Herr is going to try and score. Javier does not have a good arm. Where's the throw going? It's going to the plate. Herr slides. Steinbach's tag. Not in time. So Kirby has a 3-hit day. And just when you think the A's have it salted away, the Twins have 2 in the 9th. For Herbeck, who overall does okay against lefties. He's 1 for 4, a double today. He is the winning run. I don't always tell the truth, Gardner. So now what do you think? I'm surprised with the 3-run lead that they just didn't go with Eckersley. But AI doesn't necessarily know context. If we get to Bush and Catteray is still on the mound, I bet you pinch hit for that. But you're not pinch hitting for Herbeck, especially with an on-base percentage chance of .503. Deep breath. Up the middle. Hubbard to Weiss for 1. Throws to McGuire, and the game is indeed over. So the A's sweat this one out. They give up 2 in the bottom of the 9th, but hang on to help that all-important 1-run winning percentage, 8-7. What a ball game. So 4 hours and 3 minutes of classic American League baseball. The A's moved to 31-21. You're welcome, Bernie. And remember, say happy birthday to Big Clue. 8 runs, 11 hits, no errors, and they left on 6. The Twins fall to 31-29, so it's a virtual flat-footed tie. 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors, and they leave on 6. They're going to say Javier 3 for 5. You're more than welcome. With 3 RBI, Berenguer takes the loss in the blown save at the same time. He gave up 5 runs in 3 1/3, walked 2 and struck out 5. Somehow, some way, Dave Stewart is 6-6. 7 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He walked 5 and struck out 5. He had minus stuff, couldn't you tell? Cataray somehow got the save. 1 inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earning a strikeout. Plunk gets his 10th hold. Straker and Atherton also pitched for the Twins. So it's a half-game lead over Seattle. Kansas City and Oakland 1 back. The rest of this Friday night, June 3rd, in baseball, Red Sox beat the Blue Jays 9-8. Troutween, I forgot about him, picks up his first win. Tom Henke takes the loss. Fred McGriff 3 for 5, 10 hits or 10 homers, and he drives in 6 and loses. Marty Barrett with 4 hits. Cardinals beat the Phillies 5-4. Jose De Leon 5-4. Bruce Ruffin, keep on trucking, 3-5. You are, yep, you're late. But it's the Reds and the Dodgers tomorrow at noon Eastern. Mike Schmidt hits a 6. He goes 2 for 3. Yankees beat the Birdies 7-1. Tommy John 7-2. Bautista 0-3. Claudel Washington 3 for 5. His third drives in 3. Expos beat the Pirates 5-1 in Pittsburgh. Future Red Sox John Dobson 3-1. John Smiley falls to 5-4. Tim Raines hits his 5th, 3 for 5, and drives in 3. In 10, Cleveland 6-5 over the Tigers. Doug Jones 2-0. King 0-2. Buddy Bell 1 for 3, a second and a walk. Bobby Ojeda 4 hits the Cubs 2-0. He goes to 6-3. Jamie Moyer, just shy of his 99th birthday, falls to 6-2, and Jackson goes 3 for 3. White Sox beat the Rangers 8-3. Glens Falls' Dave LaPointe 6-4. Hayward 0-5. Steve Lyons, Psycho 2 for 4, hits his second. Kansas City, behind Brett Saberhagen, who's now a 10-game winner, beats Michael Jackson 5-4. Kurt Stillwell 2 for 4 and a home run. Pittsburgh, by the way, in that Expo game made 4 errors. California beats the Brewers 6-4. Mike Witt 6-3. Tom Filer 2-1. Brian Downing 2 for 4. His 6th of the year, drives in 2. Astros beat the Giants 8-2. Mike Scott 5-5. Krukow 2-4. And it's Glenn Davis, who was, or Chili Davis, that's Glenn because San Francisco only scored twice. 3 for 5, his 9th of the year, and drives in 3. Steve Sachs, what a ball game. He hits his first 2 home runs of the year, goes 3 for 4, drives in 3, and Fernando shuts out the Reds 11-0. Rasmussen 3-3. That is the ball game tomorrow. San Diego beats Atlanta 10-2. Eric Schau 4-5. Kaufman, one-year receiver for the Packers, 0-5. Robbie Alomar 2 for 4, hits a second and 2 RBI. Reds Dodgers tomorrow for my mom's birthday. Isn't that lovely? Will, thank you so much for watching. We will see you then. Until then, have a good night, everybody. So long.